What's up, snipers, and welcome back to our Minnesota Wild GM mode. So in last episode we actually managed to beat the Colorado Avalanche in 7 games and advanced to round 2 for back-to-back seasons. It was kind of a weird series because in this one game we won 1-0, then it was a 2-1 loss, so it was a bit of a defensive series, and all of a sudden we had a very offensive based game where we won in overtime 7-6. It was a really crazy third period and second period. And then the next game we lost 2-0, so I didn't change the lines, but then we went back to Colorado and got blown out of the water 7-2. We were on the brink of elimination for 2 games, but we won in overtime because of Kirill Kaprizov, who had 2 goals that game, and then in Game 7 we managed to squeak away with a 1-goal victory in Colorado. So now we're up in round 2 against a very tough offensive team from the regular season. That is the Winnipeg Jets. As you can see, their record was 55, 18, and 9. I didn't even say 55, but so I'll show you guys what they look like during the regular season, just in case you guys didn't check the standings. So as you can see, 119 points, which I think probably won them the President's Trophy almost. They had 265 goals for per game, which was like 30 more goals than we did. Their goals for per game was really way up there. Their goals against per game was pretty good as well. It was one of the best in the league, so they must be a really good defensive team. And then their power play percentage was really good, and their penalty kill was really good. So this team might be the team that wins the cup this year if we get eliminated. So hopefully we could take it to them. We managed to beat the second seeded team, which was Colorado. So I don't know if we're going to be able to get it done against Winnipeg, but you never know. We might have a lucky like EA voodoo for Winnipeg. So let's see if we could get it done here. Not back. We're in the, I think it's Bell MTS Center now. It's called, I know it was called the MTS Center before, but I think they changed it to the Bell MTS Center. So our first time ever playing the Jets in the playoffs. Also, they have former player Joel Eriksson, so hopefully he's not much of a threat. And we just managed to come away with a victory. So first period, scoreless period. So just like last round, we have no goals in the first period. Shots are 12-5 after 1 for us though, so we're getting chances. Second period, and it's a 1-1 game. Okay, Bear Schultz on our first line comes through with a point, but then Kyle Connor on their first line comes through with a goal to tie it up. We're out shooting them by 10 shots now, 25-15. Let's just get another one, boys, here in the third. And Shifley, their first line is clicking. Oh man, everyone on the first line is clicking. Because Kyle Connor had a goal last period. Shifley gets 1, and then Line gets 2. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to be able to get through this. Kaprizov pulls us with him 2, but I don't think we're going to get 2 more here in the last 5 minutes of the game. We outshot them though. Come on, guys, get another 2, and we're not going to get it done. So that first line kills us in the first game, so we need to have them shut down completely. We can't let them score. Like, look at that first line. Connor from Line and Shifley. Shifley from unassisted. Line from Tobu and Shifley. Line from Shifley and Connor. So Shifley had 4 points in game 1. Line had 2 goals. So this line's basically like what we had to face in Calgary last year when I said Leighton to Chuck and Skinner. They all lit us up pretty much. We want to contain this line this year, because if we don't contain their first line, we're not getting past this round. There's a guarantee there. Schultz from Kaprizov and Richie, though, and Kaprizov from Richie and Schultz. So our first line played good, but the rest of the lines, you need to play better defensively. And Eric Comrie played pretty solid in that for them, too. So considering we outshot them and only scored 2 goals. Okay, so I'm not going to change anything for next game, but if we lose another game by a blowout score, if we don't contain that first line, I am going to change up lines again, even though I changed them up near the end of last round. I just need to find a balance that seems to work for us. So let's get it done here, guys. Let's tie the series up, or else I'm going to make some line changes. Not to the first line, but probably to the third, second, and the fourth. So first period, there you go. Another lead after 1. Well, actually, there was no goals first period. But Luke Kunin makes it 1-0 us. Shots are 10-9 in favor of us as well. We're managing to contain that first line. Let's just contain it again for the next 2 periods. And, okay, they managed to come through with 1, but we are up 3-1 now. They tied up. Mark Shifley, that first line, again continues to score, which I don't like. Kaprizov, though, takes us the lead, and Kilger is going to give us a 2-goal cushion going into the third. They're outshooting us by 1 shot now. Let's just play good defensively here in the third, and there you go. Nick Patan, the former Winnipeg Jet, makes it 4-1, but Carlton makes it 4-2 now. Come on, guys, play good defensively. 5-on-3 power play, we could score. There you go, Kaprizov, and it's a 5-2 game. So our offense is outplaying their first line now, who only has 1 goal in this game. And we are going to take game number 2 by a score of 5-2 in Winnipeg. So we have a tie series going back home once again, just like in Colorado. So Kunin's 3rd from Surrey and Granlund, Kaprizov's 7th from Schultz and Ritchie, Kilger from Dumba and Hartman, Patan from Granlund, and Kaprizov from Ritchie and Schultz. So Kaprizov's up to 8 goals in the playoffs in 9 games, I think now. He is tearing it up. Hopefully he manages to continue this pace, and if we go to the Cup Finals, maybe he has a chance at a Colin Smythe or something, because I don't think Corson's going to get it. He had a pretty bad first round, so unless he continues to play good for the rest of the playoffs. So at least we're back on home ice now. Let's see if we can take the lead in the series against this team. They only had 1 point from that first line, and last game we need to just continue to shut them down here. So if we lose this game, like I said, I'll still probably make some line changes if we can't contain that first line. So first period, okay, it's 1-0 them, and it's that first line again. So I think that first line is just basically all their offense almost. So if we could shut them down, we should be able to like shut down the rest of the team. We're being outshot 13-5 though after 1 second period, and they're up 2-0 now, and it's a line A. It's that first line still. Come on, guys, we need to come back from behind in this third period. We're down 2-0. We need 3 goals in the next 15 minutes. Okay, Kunin's going to pull us within 1. Power play, come on, guys, make your fans cheer. And we're not going to get it done. Last 10 minutes now. We're still in this game, guys. We just need 1 goal to tie it up, and then we can force overtime. Time's winding down, though, and Winnipeg's going to hold on to the lead and win by a score of 2-1, and they also take a 2-1 lead in the series. So, yeah, that first line's still producing. I think I'm going to have to change up the lines, because that first line is just ridiculous. Or there was some sort of tactics thing, like strategy thing that you could change, I think. Because maybe I'll change it so the fourth line's always playing against the first line, but I don't know if I want to do that. Let's see. Where's the tactics type of thing? Or is there anything for that anymore? Edit strategies. I've never really fiddled with this. Let's see. Forward line 1. Okay, let's just have the third and the fourth line. Let's put their blocking full. Energy efficiency, carry and dump. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Line 4. Let's put that as well. Defensive pairing 3 as well should be like that. Oh, not cycle and shoot. Hold the line and pinch. Don't do that. I don't even know what that's going to do. I've never really fiddled with that. I think I did for our Canucks GM mode, but I think they changed what the names of certain things are. So, anyways, I'm going to change up the lines because we can't contain that first line still. So the first line's going to stay the same. The second line, let's see. Let's go back to having Granlund in the center. And then, Fitzgerald had decent face-off stats as well, but I don't want to take Taze out. Taze is a really good face-off, man. Maybe we should put Taze on the wing. Or actually, I'm going to change this. There you go. So Jonathan Taves, even though he's an 81, he's still got pretty good statistics. So he's going to play second line with Granlund and Kunin. Surrey's going to get bumped back down to the third line. And yeah, that should be good. Yeah, hopefully that's good. Defensively, I think it's going to stay the same because it's not been that bad of defensive games. But hopefully that line change helps us tie the series up here. Because we don't want to go down 3-1 now. Sim to next game. And let's see if we could get it done here at the XL Energy Center again. Come on, guys. We need to tie the series. Just play good defensively and contain that first line like I've been saying the entire series. first period, and okay, Mirko Mueller, so it's not a first line player, it's a second line defensive pairing, but they're out shooting us badly, 17-4. How do you guys expect to win with only 4 shots on goal in the first period? We need at least, say, 15 shots in this second period. And we get 10 shots, but it's still 1-0 lead for Winnipeg. Corson is keeping us in it. Come on, guys. Do it for Darcy. I almost said Dwayne. I like to call him Dwayne Corson for some reason, but it's Darcy Corson. Come on, guys. We need 1 goal. Our offense hasn't been anywhere in the last 2 games. Come on, 5 minutes left. We need a goal. Kaprizov, you like to come through late in the game. And they're going to get an empty netter. And of course, it has to be Joel Eriksson X. So we're down 3-1 now. And we need to win 3 in a row if we want to win this series. So basically, it's like what happened when we faced Calgary. Just that first line is too hard to play against. Corson kept us in it, but we lose by a score of 2-0. Our offense has been nowhere in the last 2 games. Last game, yeah, we've only scored 1 goal in the last 2 games after that 5-2 win. Let's see, what can we do with the lines to try and change them up? Is Mallet not liking his ice time? No, he's liking his ice time. Okay, good. What can we do? What line has not been good? The first line has always been good, though. Maybe let's put Granlund back to the first line. Maybe Schultz is holding him down. And yeah, I'm gonna put Schultz as the center again. Change it back to the way we originally had it, I think. Yeah, I think I'm gonna change it back to the way we originally had it. Maybe that will help us out, because yeah, we're gonna do it like that. See if that could help us out, because we have not got a win in the last 2 games. Back to the original lines we used to have, I think, in the first few games of round 1. Let's see if we could get it done here. We need to win 3 in a row, though, so it's going to be a very hard thing to do, considering it's against Winnipeg, and 2 of the games are in Winnipeg as well. So come on, boys. Game number 5. Let's not go home, or well, let's go home, but not go home in a bad situation. Let's go home and have to play another game, not clear out our locker rooms. And it's scoreless after 1, 13-8, the shots in favor of the Jets. I'm going to slow sim the rest of the game, though, considering it's a game where we could lose the series, and Connor's going to make it 1-0. Scheifele makes it 2-0. Oh, man, that first line. I hope next year we don't have to face them if we get to the playoffs again, which we should. I figured this team was going to go a lot farther, but we're down 2-0 here, and we look like we might be going home to clean out our locker rooms. Shots are 21-20 in favor of the Jets. Third period underway. Okay, Bear Schultz pulls us within 1. He got moved back down to the second line. We're in this game, guys. We need a goal. Who wants to come through for us? Kaprizov, Kunin, Granlund. He's been nowhere, and he does. Oh, man, speak of the devil. I changed Granlund back to the first line. He scores a goal, and then I changed Schultz to the second line, and he scores a goal. And we are headed to overtime, and we're now out shooting them. So, wow, okay, those line changes might have helped. Come on, guys, let's get it done here, and we're not going to get it done as less than a minute into overtime, Jaden Schwartz takes a shot and beats Darcy Corson. And we are eliminated in 5 games in round 2. So once again, we can't get past the second round, but we are still learning, so it's good. Schultz got 5 goals in the playoffs from Kunin and Patan, and Granlund finally picked up a goal in the elimination game from Hodges and Kaprizov. So, yeah, Granlund, I don't know if we have to trade him away. He seems to be not playing that good offensively, but whatever. Because I think he had like 3 points in the playoffs or something like that. So 5-7 after a great first round, well, a decent first round, we managed to lose to the Winnipeg Jets, who are probably going to be the eventual Stanley Cup champions, I'm going to assume. Let's just take a look at the player stats for the entire playoffs, not the regular season, goddammit, for the playoffs. And then we will see who wins the Stanley Cup of the retirements and wrap up the season. So Kaprizov had 12 points in 12 games. Schultz had 12 points in 12 games, so he's definitely in for a growth. We We are going to have to give him his contract renewal, though, during this offseason, so hopefully he doesn't want too much money. Richie had 11 points in 12 games. Kunin, 8 points. Granlund, 6 points. See, Granlund seems to be slowing down a lot. Like, he had some pretty good seasons. Like, last year's regular season, I think he was really good. Yeah, last year's regular season, he was really good, but he slowed down a lot during the season, so this year. Patan, 6 points. Suri, 4 points. Hartman, 4 points. Dumba, 4 points. Kilger, 3 goals. Tays, 3 points. Mallet, 2 points. Fitzgerald, 2 points. He's now a 20-year-old. Hodges, 2 points. Ruchin, 1 point. And the other guys, 0 points. Goaltending, Corson, not the greatest stats either. And Saros, obviously not that good either. Apparently, he played a bit more ice time. I didn't remember which game that was. Maybe that was the game that we got lit up in by the Jets. It must have been. Okay, so that's the player stats for the playoffs. Unfortunately, we have to go down in round 2 again. Okay, so now let's sim up to the draft and all that stuff. See who won the cup and all the awards and the retirements. I don't think we lost anybody unless it's somebody like Eric Stahl, who we signed just for a 1-year deal. Sucks that we couldn't get Eric Stahl that 1 cup, because that's the reason I brought him back. I wanted him to have a chance at winning a cup with us, but he didn't even get to play at all. His career might be over. More than likely it is, because I think he's like 40 now, so I'm going to guess Winnipeg's going to be the Stanley Cup champion this year. Carolina looks like they might win another cup, and Vancouver is going to win the cup, so it's our former GM mode series winning the cup. So Vancouver with the cup, and Hershey wins the Calder. Okay, so Carolina does not go for the three-peat. Maybe they were in the Stanley Cup Finals, though. If they were in the Stanley Cup Finals, though, that's still pretty crazy for 3 straight seasons being in the Cup Final. Let's just take a look at the playoff tree first. Yeah, they were. So Carolina, the 2-time defending Stanley Cup champions, were beaten 5 games by Vancouver, and Vancouver somehow beat the Winnipeg Jets in 5 games. So, and it's not that bad of a year. Still, we learned. So, hopefully we're better for next season. Let's take a look at the awards for each team and players and all that stuff. So, Vancouver Canucks winning the Stanley Cup, President's Trophy, the Winnipeg Jets. See, that's why we wouldn't have got past them, because they were just a crazy team during the regular season. Vancouver and Carolina with the Prince of Wales and the Clarence S. Campbell Bowl. And then player awards, Art Ross goes to Connor McDavid, Hart going to Patrick Laine, Jared McIsaac getting a Norris. That's interesting. Lady Byng going to Connor McDavid. Calder Memorial Trophy goes to Kelly Stewart, I think. He went first overall in last year's draft. Thatcher Demko gets the Conn Smythe, so it's just like, I wish this was our Canucks GM mode, because then we'd be happy, but it's not. Vasilevsky gets the Vezina. Hutchinson gets the Jennings. Wow, Hutchinson's just tearing it up every single season. Dillon gets the Masterton. Selke goes to Connor McDavid. Laine gets to Lindsay, and Richard goes to Laine. So, yeah, that's why we didn't have a good playoff simulation against the Jets, because Laine just teared it up during the regular season as well. Then in the AHL, Xavier Bouchard, I think his name is, with 2 awards. Backman, Valentenko. Anybody for us, though? That's the main question. No, there's not. And then let's just take a look at the team awards for the AHL, just so I could get this for the Google Sheets. And there you go. Okay, so let's sim up to the draft still, just because we want to see who retired and all that stuff. Hopefully nobody too big. I don't think anybody too big would retire, because we have like players that are like 28 and stuff like that. So I think the only player we probably lost was Eric Stahl, or Jonathan Toews, for that matter too. We gave Toews a chance to win a cup, but he just couldn't get it done. So Washington has the first pick, Detroit has the second, Arizona's got the 3rd, and they acquired that from Boston. Buffalo's got the 4th, Columbus the 5th, etc. We don't have a 2nd this year because we traded away for Toews, so we only got our 1st and then 3rd onwards. So let's view retired players. So, yep, Eric Stahl retires. Tried to bring him back. Thank you for all your time here in Minnesota, Eric, when you were actually a good player. You had a decent regular season. And then Marchenko, I signed this guy for a 1-year deal, and then he dropped to a 73, so we had to play him in the minors. was really stupid. So, yeah, thank you for playing in Iowa, Marchenko, playing with our youngsters. Goaltending wise, we did not lose anybody good. So Taze is not retired. I don't know if I want to bring him back. He might drop to like a 70 something. And he probably wants to go to a cup contending team. So big retirements this year: Backstrom, Stahl, Okposo, Turris, Bailey, Henrique, Marty Hansel, Chris Kreider, Justin Schultz, Greg Smith, etc. Goaltending wise, I didn't mean to go to the Winnipeg Jets, goddammit. I meant to go to the skater situation. There you go. Goaltenders, any big goalies: Frederick Anderson, Corey Schneider, Steve Mason, Andre Pavlik, Neuwirth, Condon, Svedberg, and Nicholas Trudel. Okay, so nobody too huge for retirement wise. Edit trading block. Yeah, I should probably edit the trading block because, yeah, we could have our first on there. What else could I throw on here? Who's the old veteran guys? Maybe I want to put Granlund on there, to be honest. Because how much long did I sign him for? 1 more year. He's going to be on. Yeah, I'll put him on the trading block because he didn't have the greatest playoff simulation, and he could be somebody that helps out some other team. Maybe we could find some better second liner, because Schultz is going to be our new first liner next season for sure. So there you go, Granlund on the trading block. I wouldn't mind keeping Dumba still for a bit, considering how good he was during the regular season. So now let's just check. Yeah, let's check the progress reports. Yeah, let's check the progress reports, and then that'll be it for this episode. Actually, the draft class as well. So, looks like the most growth we're getting here is Fitzgerald, who's growing. Some of these other guys don't seem to... Oh, Killer's an 80. We're getting some... Let's just check the current overalls. So, okay, Granlund, 85. Schultz is still 85, but he will be better probably by next season. Ruchin, 84. Does he need a contract renewal? I don't even know. Some of these guys we might have to re-sign. A lot of Taze dropped off a lot, so yeah, I don't think I'm bringing him back. Let's just check the AHL for modified as well, because see if any of our youngsters are ready almost. So Yolonen, wow. This guy we drafted just last year, he's up to a 60, so yeah, Yolonen might be one of those actual NHL players that are a top 9, so that's nice, because a lot of top 9s don't seem to grow for me. Jesus Bull's growing, but taking his time. Jelna's growing. Huey's growing. Kuiper Baran's up to a 67. Chip Chura's up to a 71. Stahlberg is 61. So yeah, we're getting really good growth from our youngsters. It looks like this year at least. How about Seabrook? 72 still. Wow, he's taking his time to grow. Hopefully he gets NHL ready by at least next season. Salo didn't grow that much. Yeah, I think I made a mistake by signing him again. Man, yeah, so those are all our growth and everything. So, lastly, what did I say when I checked? Oh, yeah, the draft class. So, we'll wrap up with the draft class. I don't even know what spot we're going to be drafting at. Probably like 17th, 18th again, because that's where we were last year. And we got eliminated in the same position. So let's just say we're your 17th, for example. So Wilder's a franchise guy that goes first. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we could get guys like these centermen, but I don't know if I want a centerman. Like, I don't even know what I want to get with our first pick. Maybe this right winger, Jack Lop. Yeah, I don't even know what we're going to go after at the draft, to be honest. Let's just sort by potential. See if there's any exact elites for late rounds. No, there's not, but there's ones that say medium elite in the 7th round. So we definitely could look at those guys. I'll just pin some of these guys to my watch list. 4th round, high elite. He might be a low elite, though. And then there's all these guys that go 1st round that say high elite as well, so... Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Minnesota Wild G mode. So, next episode, we're going to have another off-season retool. And then hopefully get back to the playoffs again and win a cup. I think we're really close to winning one. I just don't know how long it's going to take. So, thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time.